is the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. Top transportation officials from Rhode Island and Vermont testified March 27th before the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee on the urgent need to approve a new surface transportation authorization bill before the Moving Ahead for Progress in the 21st Century Act, MAP-21, expires on September 30th.
Rhode Island's transportation improvement program is almost entirely dependent upon federal highway funding. If Congress does not act soon to at least restore historic funding levels, Rhode Island, even with increased state investment, simply cannot fill the funding gap.
Rhode Island may be a small state, but Lewis's agency is responsible for more than 1,000 miles of roadway and approximately 800 bridges. Infrastructure that is among the oldest and most urbanized in the country, and that, according to Lewis, is in an advanced state of deterioration.
More than 60% of our state roadways are rated fair or worse, and nearly 20% of the bridges are in poor condition. Without additional funding, the latter will increase to 40% in less than 10 years. In short, without sufficient funding, Rhode Island will remain in a position of managing its decline of its infrastructure.
And making things even worse this year is the uncertainty surrounding the Federal Highway Trust Fund. The trust fund doesn't pay for highway and transit infrastructure projects directly. It reimburses states and transit agencies for revenue already invested. The bad news is that the U.S. DOT estimates the Highway Trust Fund could run short of cash by July.
The uncertainty of whether federal funding will be provided in fiscal year 2015 has required Rhode Island to delay the advertising of virtually all new highway projects. Only emergency projects and projects with funding from prior years are being implemented until federal funding beyond 2014 is assured.
I want to make it clear that if the fund is not replenished soon, project delays will become cancellations. And a reduction in our transportation projects directly translates into job losses in the construction industry and will have an immediate and negative economic impact.
Sue Minter is Deputy Secretary for the Vermont Agency of Transportation. She played a lead role in VTrans's response to Hurricane Irene in 2011. In one night, Minter testified, the hurricane took the lives of 7 people and wiped out 500 miles of roadway, 200 bridges, and 1,200 homes.
Irene taught us many lessons. I've seen dramatic impact of infrastructure loss and the risks to human lives and economic security, and believe that resilient infrastructure is needed, and I request that we consider research and investment in resilience to be included in the next transportation bill.
Also this week, AASHTO announced the release of an online interactive infographic called Nation at a Crossroads. This education tool is designed to help the public understand the financial crisis facing the Highway Trust Fund. Find the infographic at invest.transportation.org. That's the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting.